You wanna build your own personal brand and don't know where to start or what to do? Well, maybe तुम्हारी जगह पर था. And if you have watched my previous video, then you know why personal branding is going to be very important this year. Now let's jump into how we are going to build our own personal brand and what we need to start. So I have 7 steps to get our personal brand set up. Now let's start with step 1. Step 1, know who you are and what you want to be known for or what you offer to your audience. Now before we start working on your personal brand or mine, let's discuss briefly about who you are and what you want to be known for. In my example, I am Anukul Saini and I want to be known for my digital marketing skills. Yes, I also do website development, coding, YouTube, watch videos or movies. But I want people to know me for my digital marketing skills, not for watching movies. So decide what you want other people to see in you or know you for. So I offer best digital marketing skills and knowledge to my audience and clients or whoever wants to hire me. Okay, now let's move on to next step. Before that, if you are enjoying my video, please like this video and it will greatly help me to reach out to more people. Now step 2, finding brand archetype. Now you will be asking me what is a brand archetype, right? Okay, let me explain. There are in total 12 type of brand archetypes, and these archetypes are like personalities for your brand that represent the nature of your brand. For example, I selected the hero as my brand archetype. And why is that? Let's see. Who is the hero in this guide of the brand archetype? So the hero archetype represents mastery in any field. For example, my mastery upon digital marketing and building brands. And here are 12 other personalities, so you can decide which one you belong to. Let's go through them one by one. Also, I have mentioned an article link in the description below. You can go there and read all about these brand personalities for yourself and select one for your personal brand. So now let's get started. The outlaw represents liberation. The magician represents power. The hero represents mastery. The lover represents intimacy. The jester represents enjoyment. The everyman represents belonging. The caregiver represents service. The ruler represents control. The creator represents innovation. The innocent represents safety. The sage represents understanding. The explorer represents freedom. So these archetypes help you set what you want others to feel about your personal brand. So now what happens if you think there are more than one archetype you belong? For example, my secondary archetype is the outlaw. And yes, your brand can belong to more than one archetype. This is just to give a clarity about your personal brand personality that you want to represent. In my example, my brand is called the Outlaw Hero. Now you have selected your own brand archetype. Now what's next? So let's get to step 3. Step 3, who you are targeting, who is your customer and what you want them to feel. Brand create experiences. People are tired of watching people trying to sell them something all the time. So personal branding is not about trying to sell anything to anyone. It's mostly about who you are, why you are an expert in your field, and to help them get to know you better on more personal level. Branding is when you have an unnatural emotion connection with a brand or a person. So make them care about you or your brand. And how you do that? By telling them about you. Like, what's your story and what story are you telling to your users to make them care about your personal brand. Let's talk about my personal story. So if you know so much about digital marketing and SEO and building brands, then why don't you build your own? And this statement stuck with me till now. And here I am building a personal brand for myself. So get your story together and tell it to your users. Tell them why you are doing that you are doing and what it means to you, so that people can relate to you and to your story. Now, step 4. What is your USP? Unique selling point. Now we know who we are and who we are targeting. Now question comes, what problem you solve? Why you are different from other experts in the market? And what motivates you to do what you do? And also, what is your mission behind it? To answer all these questions about your personal brand, you need to think different. When everybody is doing this, don't do that. Just do this other thing. If everybody is doing zig, do zag. Be different, stand out. Here is a small thing to stand out. Like in my personal brand, I say I am Anukul Saini, a confident introvert. Now what is this confident introvert thing is all about? People will be wanna know what is this confident introvert thing is all about and why do I say that? So come up with a 2-word brand for yourself. It also work like a title of a movie. So people will get interested in your story and wanted to know more about you, what you do and what you stand for. Now, step 5, brand aesthetics and brand consistency. Create a brand guide for yourself. What is a brand guide, you ask? Brand guide is a small document which answers questions like which logo to use for your brand in light or dark background, color palette of your brand, visuals, fonts, username, tone or voice of the content, or what words you don't want it to be associated with. Like, I don't want to be associated with an agency because I feel little bit negatively about them. But this small file is a must have, because having this file makes you consistent, makes your brand consistent across the channels like your website, YouTube channel and on social media accounts. It is a small but very important file to have for your brand. And being in the industry, I have known like 80% of the brands that I have worked with just don't have this simple file, and they also don't understand the importance of this file. So if you don't have one, create one like right now. And if you want me to create a detailed guide about what is a brand guide and why you need it, do let me know in the comments and I will create a video about it. Now come to step 6. Choose your channels. 2 things to get started: a personal website, also get on social media. Don't be on every social media out there, because you choose where your target users are spending time. And also choose your battles. You can't be on every social media platform out there, because you are the only one person who is going to be managing all the content for your brand. Now let's move on to step 7. So step 7 is very simple and complicated at the same time: creating content and providing value. Now comes the last part: creating content and creating content strategy for your brand. What are you going to be talking about? How it will help your viewers? So I will be creating a guide on content strategy as well, how I plan my content and how I research and decide कि क्या content मुझे बनाना है और किस topic पे मुझे video बनानी है, किस topic पे नहीं बनानी है. So if you are interested to know about content strategies, then consider subscribing me so you don't miss out on those videos. And I will see you guys in the next one.